Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Bog Panda. I am Kelly. I'm supposed to do an introduction, so let's just scrap that. Start all over again.
Got to keep that now.
Yeah, that's a yeah. We can do that. That might be a hard no, or just a short bloopers thing we could throw it out there. But, again. Okay, it's like I was in hard no mode, and so I just started.
I have some more questions.
Good.
That's the longest intro. You should
No,
keep all of that. It's
no.
like 10 minutes.
Yeah, get that watch time. Or we go this way. This is my least favorite way to start a show. Mike was right. More to come. Everybody, I'm Kelly. Welcome back to Bog Panda. I'm KELLYTHUL on X and Threads and Instagram, which is still many letters. And joining me as always.
I am Dr. Mike at Official Pagan on everything, but especially threads, because I something you do stuff on there. Just follow me on it so that number gets bigger. Tonight, we're going to talk about something really special. Before I even finish the intro, I got to let the soda cucks know we got Coke. And make sure, because I know you soda cucks want to leave some comments on there. You want to drop a like on this video. You want to do it while you're wearing your Bog Panda t-shirt. You know what? When you're done, fall asleep to the soothing sound of a hard no playlist. It's the world's shortest podcast. You can knock out literally all of the episodes and you'll still be asleep because it's not long enough to take you through the night.
No. But it'll make you sleepy. Probably. I don't know. Maybe hard to tell.
I'm riveted every time I listen to them. I'm going to say it.
It's an exciting 30 to 60 seconds every time. The world's shortest podcast. Hard no. But we could talk about one of our favorite topics in my least favorite way because Mike was right. I'm shocked he was right. But we
Is it that shocking?
it's shocking you're right, yes, but I mean this one. I mean, I don't know. I was surprised. I'll just continue to say that you had a level of correctness higher than zero on this one. But the so we're big Alice Cooper fans. I think most people who follow this channel know that. We did a first for us, which is we kind of pre-reviewed uh, Alice's upcoming album Road without actually hearing any of the songs. And
It's
so
just kind of our guess review.
yeah, it was just and amongst those many guesses, White Line Frankenstein came up, which is now the third Frankenstein Alice songs. We got Feed My Frankenstein, Teenage Frankenstein, and now White Line Frankenstein. So the trilogy is complete. Um, and Mike, why don't you share what was your guess prediction review when we had that
That
chat?
was going to be Frankenstein doing Coke. And I even specifically said it's a double entendre for the white lines on the road.
And I mean, and you're kind of close. I mean, so while it is not,
Kind of close.
yeah, because first of all, it's not
Both of
Frankenstein.
those things are in the song.
The
That's
white line
dead
part.
on accuracy.
No, because
That's
first of all,
100%.
no, because Frankenstein won. Frankenstein is not the coke user. And,
Yes, he
and
is.
okay, fine, I'll give you that.
They call him Frankenstein. It's the lyrics to the song.
It's a nickname. You were talking about the actual Frankenstein. It's entirely different.
The character's name is Frankenstein. He does Coke. It's a double entendre for the white lines on the road. It is exactly what I said it is. 100%.
Okay, it's one line. It's got a nose full of something that's mentioned. As soon as that came up, I was like, dang it.
And in the chorus, the white lines are
The white lines are on the road.
and his name is
White line Frankenstein.
nailed it. Nailed it. Nostradamus.
There you go. um, so what did you think of the song outside of basking in the glory of your predictive capabilities?
I thought it was funny because as it was playing out, It wasn't even really clicking because I was just so sure that's what the song was. I was just like, oh, this is a good song. Um, so I enjoyed it. My concern is like, so I unless you've read something that I haven't, like, this isn't a concept album necessarily in the sense that there's a story, just that they're all connected by the sense of being about the road.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it's not super slavishly devoted to that though, where every song is literally about being on the
About
road.
different roads,
Yeah,
alleys.
because this is two songs now that we've heard off it, and they were very literal about being on the road.
Yeah,
So
that's subtle.
yeah, I hope it's not like super on the nose like that. Like it could be things that have happened while they're out on the road, or things they wish happened when they were on the road, or different stops on the road. But these are two songs that are specifically about being on the road, like traveling, driving on the road. I could see that concept wearing a little thin over the course of a whole album. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure we're still going to enjoy it. We're big Alice fans. I haven't heard anything or seen anything to give me pause that I won't like this record, or that it's going to be in that dreaded pretties for you, easy action, raise your fist and yell territory. I don't think that's what we're looking at. I just hope there's a little bit more diversity in their approach to the road.
Okay, so there's 13 tracks on the album. What's your over under of the mention of the word road in in so of the 13 songs, how many of them are going to include the word road?
I mean, I hope this isn't right, but I'm going to say 13. I think all 13 are going to
Well,
say the word
the
road.
last one's Magic Bus, and while I'm a little rusty on my lyrics to Magic Bus, I don't think the word road shows up in Magic.
Okay.
We'll uh we'll check that,
I
and
mean,
I'll
it's still
be
about a bus, so I feel like it still fits,
about
but
a bus, so
yeah.
you're road
If it's
adjacent.
not on there, then 12. I think we're gonna get 12 songs that specifically mention the road.
I'm gonna go with 10. So we'll see if I can unseat you from your Nostradamus position. So you're going with 12. I'm going with 10. We'll see what kind of happens there. So it's interesting what you said about the territory you're looking for it to avoid, because so I liked this song, but I didn't love this song. And you typically, when I hear like Social Debris, and when it came out, I just really love the song. And pretty much almost out of the gate, I do. This one I didn't. It took me a little while to warm to it. And I kind of kept coming back saying, what is it about this song that's got me just not as fired up? And a little bit of it has to do with I'm just never a big fan, and I don't think it's Alice's best sound when he kind of drags out the lyrics on some things where it's like, it's like long road kind of thing when he really over accentuates the type of thing. It's never something in any song that I like particularly. I thought oddly the background vocals seemed to be a train wreck in terms of the mix. It just was really muddy and not super clean for me, which is unusual for an Alice album. And then I hate to say it, but I did just the slightest, just a little flicker of this feels a little raise your fist and yelling. It's just a little bit to me,
We
just
can
a
blame
little.
Tom Morello for that, probably.
Not a lot, but so going back and listening to it a couple more times. So what? And again, I'm not knocking the song. I'm not saying it's terrible. It's one of the ones I'm used to being like a lot more super fired up about the song. And this one just, probably as we do our album review, this will be probably down the bottom of the list for me, on the lower part of the list of favorite songs on the album. But we'll see. Like I said, it wasn't bad, and it's got a beat to it. It drives, because it's the road. It's a driving song.
Yeah, I do agree. I don't think, and from the first track as well, this isn't as well produced or mixed, but as say like let's use Paranormal as an example, because Detroit Stories is meant to have that Detroit rock kind of sound to it, so it's a little bit different. So we use Paranormal as the baseline. This is not as polished sounding as paranormal, which I'm curious about because there's a few reasons. Like the problem with this, and like we said, this is obviously they're sticking real hard to this theme of the road. So are they going for a live bar band kind of sound? Because if that's where their head is at with it, then yeah, that's kind of sounds like that. Um, or because they're working on two albums at once and they've really played up Bob Ezrin's involvement in the second album, was this one not getting quite as much attention as that album's getting?
That could be it. Yeah, and it's a pretty good bet to say a Bob Ezrin involved project could be pretty well produced. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not going out on a limb there too much. So we'll have to
Because
see.
I haven't seen anything saying that he produced this album, The Road.
No, I haven't.
Everything has been playing up his involvement in the next album, which is going to be following shortly after this. So I wonder if it's so again, though, it could just be they're sticking with that, bar band on the road kind of thing. So it could entirely be an artistic choice, or it could be that more attention's being paid to the Bob Ezrin produced record that's going to follow this.
We will have to see. Looking forward to it. Always love new Alice stuff. I'm I've kind of declared war on the Alice Cooper store because between trying to get t-shirts ordered and now trying to do my pre-order, they tease me and I push my order in and they say, okay, you're good, your order's in. Followed usually between 2 minutes later by, I don't know, this looks kind of fraudulent. We're gonna cancel your order. And I've tried different credit cards, I've tried different approaches. I can't get an order through their system.
Hmm.
And I'm getting angry about it. And the last note I sent them indicated a certain level of frustration that, look, I want to buy your stuff and you're stopping me. Can you quit stopping me? So I don't know if any of our folks who are watching this have had the same problem or figured a workaround, but right now I'm viewed as highly suspicious by the Alice Cooper store for some reason. Bit of a disappointment.
That's interesting. Yeah, I haven't tried to order anything off of there recently, so I can't say if I've had a similar kind of issue. The most recent Alice stuff that I've ordered, I've just ordered off of Amazon. So no issues there beyond normal Amazon stuff. So that is interesting. So just something to keep in mind for people who are pre-ordering this. Leave us a comment. Let us know if you had any kind of issues with it. Tell us about your cocaine road stories. Kelly will share his if somebody shares theirs in the comments.
Bog Panda.